let's walk again. Let's have a quick walk and talk. So today we are talking about SDGs 5 and 6. SDGs 5 and 6. It won't be a long talk, but it will be a nice one. I think you should see the greenery. It's beautiful. So SDG 5 is about gender equality. I like that we captured it among the things we want to invest in and track. And the reason why I like that is because we can have honest conversations around it. But let's start with the numbers. It says that women perform 2.6 times more unpaid care and domestic work than men globally. I don't think it's fair. I really like to hear from you. No matter how you feel in terms of gender equality, it cannot be okay that the gender that is allegedly the weaker vessel are doing more work at home domestically, and it's unpaid. And so I struggle with gender roles when we say, oh, women are supposed to do. Why are women supposed to do it? I think that every work in the house is actually for the woman, for the man, and the woman is a help. So letting her do 80% of the housework is disproportionate in my opinion, and the man gets to do only 20%. No matter which man he is or what he does, really, that's not okay. We need to look into it and see what we can do to make things better. I'm not saying that we must force all men to work, but at least let's increase men's workload at home. And it says nearly 1 in 3 women worldwide have experienced physical and sexual violence. It cannot be okay, no matter how you feel about gender equality. We cannot continue to hurt our women, inflict pain on our women, and expect these women to suck it up. It cannot be okay. I may not agree with what the woke generation are doing, but we need to step up and find solutions that are sustainable. We cannot just ignore them. And so SDG 5 also promotes equal access to education, health, and economic opportunities for all. Women form about 50% of the population, and we want to make sure that women can at least feed, can at least have a meal, and not depend on a man to make sure that they have food or the basic things of life. I know that there are women that want more, and it's okay. We want to make sure that if you want more, you should put in more work. SDG 5 aims to end harmful practices like child marriage and female genital mutilation. Those are the parts I fully agree with, because those are important and they are universal. We don't say, oh, it doesn't affect us, so it doesn't matter. It's for every injury that is done to one, the trauma is done to all, and I believe we need to lend our voices. And let me just quickly say, regarding those goals that have to do with women in leadership, the way I see it is that we should create level playing ground, take out the obstacles that are gender related. But I struggle with affirmative action just to say, oh, we want more women in leadership. We don't want more women in leadership. We want more quality women in leadership. I'm not trying to make up numbers. We want to make sure that people that are already gifted and are committed get in. I'll quickly move on to water. So see how I easily picked some water off the shelf. Unfortunately, not everyone has that liberty. Access to clean water is a concern. It's a concern for us in the world. 1 in 3 people lack access to clean water. I mean, water that you saw how I just picked something off the shelf. But 1 in 3 people, they can't do that. That's painful. We need to work about that. It says over 4 billion people face severe water scarcity for at least once in a month per year. These numbers are not exciting. So we also like to focus on hygiene and sanitation for all. They said particularly women and girls, but I think for all is good enough for me. We all need to look at hygiene and sanitation, because if our girls are and women are okay and our men and boys are not, it's still a problem. Or what do you think? I'd love to hear. So I have to wait with it. Poor water quality, they say, leads to about 1 million deaths a year. That's again problem. Abi? So water problems, water scarcity, etc., affects 40% of the world. Don't you think we need to deal with it? Don't you think it's something we need to put some energy on? I'd like to really hear from you. And the one, my favorite, is about what they call it, wastewater. I'm quite interested in wastewater recovery, because for me, I believe that's one of the ways that we can deal with water scarcity, because we have water, it's just that the water is not clean enough. So I believe that we can use, I have my first degree is in chemical engineering. I hope to use my knowledge of engineering to help in recovering at least water from the wastewater, so we can have enough water to go around. Because we have the world is made the world is made up of water bodies, but we have polluted our water. We have not stewarded our water well. I believe that we need to focus a bit more and restore nature to the way God intended.